Hallo und willkommen zu Lone Star. Wir spielen Agatha Christie, Murder on the Orient Express. I have to go to the dining car. Der ganze Rest ist erstmal hier verschwunden. Dann machen wir das doch mal. Die Bar. Sollen wir gleich mal mit dir reden?
I hope we will be leaving soon. I hope we will be leaving soon.
Anscheinend nicht. Ist ja auch nicht das Dining Car. Was ist das für eine überaus total überkomplizierte Maschine zum Auspressen von Orangen?
I should go and interview the passengers in the restaurant car.
Ja, ich fürchte, ich muss Ihnen nachher noch helfen, hier die richtigen Zahnräder drauf zu stecken, damit sich das am Schluss in die richtige Richtung dreht. Haja. Was der arme Poirot hier alles machen muss. Wird zum Kraftentsafter.
The passengers who agreed to come and talk to you are assembled, Poirot. Mr. Masterman is already here to answer your questions.
Perfect, thank you, my friend. Sit down, Monsieur Masterman, please.
Thank you.
Does the name Cassetti mean anything to you?
No, should it?
Have you heard of the Armstrong kidnapping case?
Of course. It was all over the news a few years ago.
Your employer's real name is Cassetti. He was the man behind that kidnapping.
Mr. Ratchet was... He murdered that poor little girl?
Mr. McQueen, the man you worked for is a kidnapper named Cassetti.
What? What kidnapping?
He murdered his victim, a child named Daisy Armstrong.
The Armstrong kidnapping?
You had no idea of Monsieur Ratchet's real name?
Damn skunk!
Why are you so upset?
My father was the district attorney who handled the case, Mr. Poirot. I saw Mrs. Armstrong more than once. She was a lovely woman, so gentle and heartbroken. If ever a man deserved what he got, Ratchet, or Cassetti, is the man. He didn't deserve to live.
Madame Olson, have you heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
No, I've never heard of it.
It was only 2 years ago. It was famous.
Maybe so, but it was not famous in Spain, where I have been helping the refugees from Africa.
You've never heard the name Daisy Armstrong?
No, never.
Daisy Armstrong? No.
No.
No! No!
Yes. It was all over the English tabloids before I went to Jordan. A horrific crime that claimed the lives of an entire family and their wrongfully accused nanny. That's right, isn't it?
Quite so.
I thought the culprit had been punished.
Some might say that the culprit was punished last night.
Oh, my heavens.
May I ask you a few more questions?
Yes, of course.
Ach, fangen wir doch da oben einfach an. Lived in the United States.
You read about the crime, as you said, in the tabloids.
Yes, that's right. For weeks, news of the royal family was eclipsed.
Have you ever been to the United States, mademoiselle?
No, never. Jordan was really my first trip abroad.
You were in Jordan?
Yes, I was an English tutor there to the children of a high official. Until recently.
Was hat sie mit dem Arbuthnot zu tun?
What is your relationship to Captain
It's a
Arbuthnot?
relationship.
Who?
A former soldier traveling with us. You must have met him.
Ah, yes, I met him on the platform in Istanbul. We only had a brief exchange of pleasantries, nothing more. British Reserve and all that.
Ja, ja.
Ah, the British Reserve. Yes, with this I am familiar.
Lügt uns doch an. I don't talk to strangers in general. Er ist ja auch kein General, sondern, glaube ich, nur ein Captain. So, Englisch Tutor in Jordan. Das wissen wir, glaube ich, nicht. Aber das wissen wir, dass sie vorher das I met him on the Istanbul Station Platform. Wir haben sie ja da weggehen sehen aus dem Hotel. Also bei dem Zimmer.
Are you sure everything you have told me is accurate, Mademoiselle Debenham?
Of course.
Mademoiselle, I know that you met Captain Arbuthnot at the Tocatlion Hotel.
You were spying on me.
I am very attentive to my surroundings. It helps in my profession.
Well, it's your word against mine.
I had occasion to be of some assistance in recovering Captain Arbuthnot's train ticket. While searching his room, I also discovered one of your earrings. Whatever your relationship may be to the good captain, I doubt it has anything to do with British Reserve. You will not tell me your secret, mademoiselle?
I can't. I don't know what you mean.
Poirot, Miss Debenham's got nothing to do with this business. Nothing. Do you hear?
Kann ich ausweichen? Bend down.
Archie, stop.
Captain, no! This behavior is unworthy of an officer and a gentleman.
Leave her alone! Have you no honor?
Archie, we should go.
Captain Arbuthnot, I am certain you are a brave soldier, but you are a poor actor. The truth is that...
Murder-related. Miss Debenham's lover.
Your relationship with Miss Debenham is beyond doubt, Captain. Your reaction was apparently that of a man trying to protect the woman he loves. I might understand that if your relationship were some cleverly disguised secret, but it is not. You make puppy dog eyes at one another at every opportunity. You cannot hide your love. Everybody knows.
I advise you to stop with your accusations, Mr. Poirot. I'm going to escort Miss Debenham back to her compartment. Make of that what you will.
The captain and Mademoiselle Debenham are obviously adamant about not revealing their relationship, but this scene convinced me there is more that is not so obvious.
This murder has everyone on edge. In my 25-year career, I have never seen such madness aboard the Orient Express.
I understand, my friend. The more we learn, the more perplexing this train ride becomes. But we have other clues to pursue.
What do you have in mind?
The broken watch on Monsieur Ratchet's wrist, for example, and the handkerchief found near the body. Who does that belong to?
This little drama we have just witnessed has not put you off the scent.
Far from it, my friend. Will you return to your watch over Mademoiselle Locke?
Yes, I will. Dr. Constantine can probably use a break.
Good.
Au revoir, Poirot.
Sind wir mit Spiel weitergekommen? The watch broke at 1:15 a.m. Wir können uns Gedanken darüber machen. A handkerchief was found at the crime scene. That's undoubtedly a clue. Who owns the handkerchief? Dann haben wir Hypothesis about the watch. Und was haben wir hier unten? Ask for missing alibis. Mr. Foscarelli, Mr. Hartman, Princess Dragomirov, Mrs. Schmidt and the Count and Countess Andreni. Hatten wir nicht den Hartman vorhin da oder war das? Nee, war nicht Hartman. Wieso sind die jetzt nicht gekommen? After my talk with Miss Debenham, I could see that they are having an affair that they wish to keep secret. Achso, nee, wir müssen hier erstmal... Also, the watch shows the time Ratchet was found dead. The watch was tampered with by the murderer. The watch shows the time when the murderer fled. Drei Stück. The watch shows the time Ratchet fell asleep. The watch shows the time of the murder. The watch was out of adjustment before the murder. Ja, können wir alles nicht sagen. Also, tampered können wir sagen. Time of the murder, das soll es ja sein. When the murderer fled. Fell asleep. Naja, nehmen wir das.
Yes, there are only 3 possible hypotheses. The watch has been tampered with, or it is out of adjustment, or it indicates the time of the murder. I shall explore these last 2 possibilities before reaching any conclusions. If the watch is out of adjustment, it may be broken. There may also be another reason related directly to Ratchet. Maybe the watch is set to another time zone.
Was the watch defective before the crystal was broken?
No, not good.
Ach so. Ich dachte, man kann sich hier was anschauen. What is the detail that could indicate that the watch was not already stopped before the crystal was broken? Das läuft ja.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth.
Ja, aber wenn man das Ding rauszieht, bleibt die Uhr normalerweise stehen. Ja, und der bewegt sich natürlich die ganze Zeit.
The watch was not defective because the second hand is still moving. Et voilà.
Naja, aber an diesem kleinen Rädchen, mit dem man die Uhr stellt, wenn das rausgezogen ist, bleibt die Uhr stehen. Naja. Man soll es halt richtig lesen. If Ratchet is dead at 1:15, what information is contradictory? Someone impersonated Ratchet at 12:37. The train has been stuck in the snow since 12:30. Miss Olsen saw Ratchet alive 10:40. Nehmen wir den da.
That was easy.
Time zones. I have to check if the time zones are different between our position and Istanbul. Ich glaube, wir sind hier irgendwo. Da sind wir ja schon gewesen. Also Istanbul ist +2.
Fantastic.
Steht ja da. Und wir sind gerade irgendwo hier.
Well done. If this theory is correct, then the murder took place at 12:15 a.m. I must interrogate all the passengers to see if any of them have an alibi for this hour.
Ja, aber das ist doch immer dieses Mördergeschichten-Ding mit der kaputten Uhr. Ja, heute ist es... Ja, ich meine, wer hat denn jetzt sowieso noch eine Armbanduhr? Naja, wenn die Leute zu viel Geld haben, machen sie das vielleicht noch. Ansonsten guckt ja jeder nur noch auf sein Handy. Oder die machen es wie ich, die gucken überhaupt nicht. Wie spät das ist. Cross-check alibi. Who are the people whose alibis overlap? Woher soll ich das jetzt auswendig wissen? Die da. Das weiß ich. Miss Debenham, hat die mit dem gesprochen? Mit der da? Oder? Die da. Okay, Miss Debenham, Miss Olsen war doch, glaube ich, oder? Nee, Miss Debenham weiß ich nicht mehr. Ich weiß, dass die da waren. Ah ja, okay. Hab ich ja Glück gehabt hier.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
Da müssen wir nochmal fragen. Was haben wir hier? Who knows the handkerchief? Knows who owns? Which letter is embroidered on the handkerchief? Ein H. Könnte aber auch ein J und ein L sein. Das berühmte H.
That's the right answer.
According to the information collected, who could the handkerchief belong to? Arbuthnot, Dr. Konstantin, Mary Debenham, Natalia Dragomirov, Seven, Jean Francher, Hartman. Ich kann mich an den gar nicht erinnern. Wer war denn der Hartman? Hildegard von Schmidt. Odaro Mori. Hector McQueen. Hubbard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 Stück noch. Ja, wir wissen noch zu wenig hier.
I'm sorry, sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Okay, deswegen ist er auch beim Kochen, weil sie sich aufs Baking konzentrieren muss. Ich meine, wenn wir hier schon sind, dann können wir hier einfach nochmal gucken.
My next restaurant will not have wheels.
Ja, und auch keine Toten. Hoffe ich. Naja, wir reden jetzt einfach mal mit jedem, der uns über den Weg kommt. Zimmerkontrolle, keiner da. Ich glaube, man kann gar nicht mit ihm schneller laufen. Das jetzt mit Rennen? Shift, vermute ich. Aber er läuft ja genauso schnell. Poirot hat es halt nicht so eilig.
Monsieur Foscarelli, I would like to ask you a few questions, if you allow me.
Ah, Signore Poirot, is it? I was wondering when you'd get around to me. Unfortunately, you find me on a mission of mercy.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot. Sorry, we have a small problem. The orange juicer has broken down and I can't fix it. Mr. Foscarelli has kindly offered to help me.
It isn't the car engine, but I am doing my best.
Even with the two of us, we can't manage.
Let me guess, you call upon Poirot to help.
I'd be happy to answer your questions when we finished.
Na, ich bin mir nicht so ganz sicher, ob das jetzt wirklich so die tollen Missionen sind, die wir hier haben. Vor allem, ich meine, wer baut denn sowas? Ist ja kein Wunder, dass es nicht funktioniert. Okay, das soll ja irgendwie laufen und am Schluss soll das irgendwie laufen. Jetzt müssen wir das da irgendwie rüberkriegen und dann auch die richtige Richtung. Ja, kann man das irgendwie... Ja, Moment. Ich wollte gerade sagen, kann man das nicht irgendwie drehen hier? Hallo? Ach so. Und darunter komme ich ja wohl nicht. Ah. Das ist zu klein. Ah, das ist eins zu viel. Ich bräuchte die Höhe von dem Ding da irgendwie. Aber ich finde die gar nicht. Das ist eins zu hoch. Aber ich habe keins, das groß genug ist. Und ich kann keins von den anderen abziehen. Hier, von denen da. Legen wir das mal da ab. Okay, die drehen sich jetzt schon mal. Ist ja schön. Jetzt wissen wir aber alles nix. Machen wir den da drauf. So, jetzt dreht der sich. Der ist zu weit oben, oder? Oh, jetzt drehen die sich. Man sieht es sehr schlecht von der Perspektive, weil man das überhaupt nicht drehen kann.
Voila, it should work correctly now.
Ja, wer baut denn sowas, dass die Dinger hier leer sind? Ja. Können wir uns jetzt wenigstens eine Orange ausquetschen?
Thank you so much, Monsieur Poirot. I can put orange juice back on the menu.
Bravo! I should stick to automobiles.
Well, now we can talk calmly. Monsieur Foscarelli, is it?
Antonio Foscarelli, delighted, Monsieur Poirot.
You have, of course, heard about Ratchet's murder last night.
Oh, naturally. It is all anyone is talking about.
Have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, it has been a primary market for our cars for the last 10 years.
You remember the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The name, yes. It was a little girl. A baby, was it not?
Yes, a very tragic affair. Did you know that Cassetti, the kidnapper, was actually Ratchet?
Oh, no. Then he deserved to die. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Und? Hat er ein Alibi?
Can you tell me your movements on the night of the murder?
I went to bed right after dinner, but I slept very badly. My roommate, Mr. Masterman, had a toothache. Oh, he moaned all night. It woke me up several times.
Did you hear anything or notice anything unusual?
No, nothing that I can think of. I stayed in my bed all night.
Well, thank you, Mr. Foscarelli.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more, Signore. I remain at your disposal if you should need me.
Dann gehen wir weiter. Können wir jetzt mit ihr reden?
Enchanté, mademoiselle. You are Hildegard Schmidt?
I am, jawohl. And you, I know, are Herr
Jawohl?
Poirot.
Correct. May I ask you for a few minutes of your time to answer a few questions?
With pleasure, but first may I ask for your help?
Why does this not
Och,
surprise
nö.
me?
I don't know.
I am at your service, Fräulein.
My mistress, Princess Dragomirov, has asked me to open this traditional Matryoshka doll. There is a trinket inside she must retrieve.
Madame, in my experience, each Russian nesting doll simply pulls apart to reveal the next one inside.
Indeed. Yet try it for yourself.
As you wish.
Ah, you are a gentleman.
Ja, das muss mir auch noch helfen. Ah, okay. Nummer 1. Das sieht doch gut aus. Da kann ich jetzt bloß raten, oder? Also jetzt bin ich mir nicht so ganz sicher, was das soll. Man müsste irgendeinen Hinweis haben, welche Reihenfolge man da jetzt haben soll. Ach, man kann das Ding auch noch drehen. Ja, ich weiß nicht, aber es sieht doch ganz ordentlich aus. Oder nicht? Aber blaue Blumen von oben. Also da verstehe ich gerade nicht, wie der Hinweis laufen soll. Über was? Das passt ja immer. Ja, das wäre dann... Wenn dann das hier. Muss man jetzt vielleicht hier jeweils die gleiche Farbe einstellen. Das ist doch sehr aufgeräumt so, oder nicht? Es gibt ja auch keinen Hinweis, wenn jetzt da hier orange ist, dass hier als nächstes orange kommen sollte, weil hier gibt es keinen Hinweis, was da unten sein soll. Aber das passt ja eigentlich immer. I don't get it. Wenn ich mal den angucke, der hat hier diese lila Dinger, lila Dinger, lila Dinger. Aber es gibt jetzt hier keinen einzigen, der hier noch lila hat. Höchstens den. So, was haben die denn? Kann man vielleicht die Kombination nehmen? Rosa, Orange, Lila, Blau. Rosa. Orange. Lila. Blau. Okay. Ah, okay. Das dreht sich jetzt erstmal so rum. So, jetzt brauche ich unten noch blau. To my dearest friend.
The inscription reads, "To my dearest friend."
Oh, thank you very much. This doll reminds her of her youth in Russia. It was very hard under the Soviet regime, but thanks to her strength of will, she rose to be the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg. Even though she now lives in Berlin, it is said that the Kremlin still fears her.
She must be a formidable woman indeed. You are her maid?
I am her companion. I help her in her daily tasks, and I keep her company.
Ah, forgive me. You will have heard of Ratchet's murder last night.
Yes, of course. Everyone is talking about it.
Can you tell me how you occupied your time last night?
Just after we left Istanbul, I had tea with my roommate, Fräulein Locke. I went to dinner with the princess, and when I returned to my compartment, Fräulein Locke was already asleep. A little later, Herr Michel, the conductor, came to get me because Madame la Princesse needed my help. Her back troubles her. I massaged her for about an hour.
Do you remember the time?
I'm sorry, I do not, mein Herr.
Thank you for answering my questions, Madame.
Na, hat uns das jetzt weitergebracht?
Mr. Poirot, please find this murderer quickly. We could all be in danger.
Nichts Vernünftiges mehr zu sagen. Miss Debenham. Ratchet. Meins.
Well, it has been a while since I have seen one of those.
Blackberry.
Well, it has been a while since I have seen one of those.
Hello. Can I do something for you?
Hello, Monsieur Hardman, I believe. You have heard of the murder?
Cyrus Hartman. Yes, and the fact that there's been a murder is all over the train.
You do not seem very concerned about it, monsieur.
It's not the first murder I've run across.
I had no idea the selling of toys was so dangerous. I did overhear you mention at dinner that this is your profession.
Toy salesman is a cover. I'm a private detective, just like you, from the U.S.
Private Detective. American. 30.
This is wrong.
What?
But
Ist er
I'm never
55?
far from the truth.
Okay, hätten wir ja für 30 gehalten.
That was easy.
Ja, wenn du das sagst.
I did not expect to find another detective on this train.
I just finished a job in Istanbul when I received an email from Ratchet. He hired me to protect him.
Something you failed to do.
I'm not happy about that. He'd received some threatening letters. I was supposed to watch his back, and yeah, something I failed to do. But he seemed to think he was in more danger when he left the train.
He was traveling to Paris?
I assume so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Can anyone on this train confirm your identity?
Yeah, that McQueen kid. Ratchet's secretary.
Aha.
Were you on duty last night?
You bet. I kept my door open a crack and I watched all night. No one entered that car who didn't belong there.
Did you see anything in particular?
The conductor, Michelle, he was there most of the time too, except for 15 minutes or so after we left Vinkovsky. He must have answered a call from Ratchet's room, then he was absent again for a while around 1 a.m. After that, he didn't move until 5.
Das weiß er aber sehr genau.
Monsieur Hardman, have you heard of the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The kidnapping 3 or 4 years ago? Who hasn't? Why?
Ratchet's real name was Cassetti. I have reason to believe he was the kidnapper.
What? He killed that little girl? No, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have taken the job.
Do you have any idea who was behind the threatening letters?
I don't know his name, but Ratchet told me he was a small man. Dark hair, with a womanish kind of voice.
Oh, thank you for your help.
Wer das wohl gewesen sein soll?
Thank you for answering my questions, Monsieur Hardman.
Listen, Poirot. I know I fell down on the job, but if you need help, any at all, let me know. I'd like to make it right.
Ja, klar. Du bist erstmal einer von unseren Verdächtigen hier. Ja, dann sind wir im nächsten Abteil. Da können wir mit den anderen sprechen. Aber ich würde sagen, das machen wir nicht mehr heute. Machen wir an dieser Stelle lieber erstmal ein kleines Päuschen. Und ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal.